Season 61, War number 6. Today we've matched up against Thunderbolts, and the bands, once I hit the button, are Corvus, Nico, Shothra, Spider-Woman, and Carolina Dean. And my team today is going to be Mr. Fantastic, Vox, and the Maker. And did I have this exact same team? No, it wasn't War 3. I had Tigra instead of Vox. Okay. So yeah, we're bringing Maker and Reed again, and I'm using Vox instead of Tigra this time. And we have, I don't remember how many fights, but I think it was a good amount. And we're going to be taking a Gene Boss again after I timed out the first time, because, yeah, we're just going to try to do it better. So, yeah, I'm fighting this Prowler here on Node 6 first. This is a really easy fight. If I had an infinite amount of PS1s, I'd use it here, because I just want to get the Vigilance up faster, but I don't. So, instead, I'm just going to work my way to 2 bars and count to 10, and then it should be fine. So I'm just going to punch him a little bit here, just block the special 2 first hit. Vigilance just lets me counter his special, absolutely no problem. And then I think he dies with the degens. And yeah, that's not a problem fight at all. And now we're going to go fight Captain Britain on node 15 with Maker. And yeah, this one goes pretty simply. It's the same as normal, where you're just narrow shocking me, and so you just do a Maker rotation. She's eventually going to die because she can't really hurt you if she doesn't have the ability to place a narrow shock. So I placed 2 pre-fights. You're going to see me neglect to place the Cowardice one multiple times in the war, just so I have more pre-fights for later. You're also going to see me ignore the Unstoppable and forget that it actually can happen in this fight. I think that's the only time I ever hit an unstoppable opponent in this war, because I just completely forgot that tactic is a thing, but luckily it worked out fine. So yeah, now we're just doing the thing. A lot of my Maker fights, I'm going to be trying everything I can to kill with a special 2, because that's going to give me more planned obsolescence, or whatever they're called, charges, and I want to have as many of those as possible. So yeah, I think it gives me 1 back per like suppression I have or something. So I just went for it, and yeah, it gave me quite a good bit. So now we're gonna move on to section 2, where we're gonna go fight this Adam Warlock here with Vox. Planning my section 2 path was quite difficult this war, and I needed a path split someone else. So I just kind of had to find a path where Maker and Vox could take the defenders, and this ended up being the one. Vox is just going to nuke this Adam. There's not much to the fight, as long as I'm playing it right. And then, while I don't think Maker is that good against the Northstar that we're going to fight next, it was good enough to work. So, again, to make the planning process bearable, considering I had to path split elsewhere, this is just kind of what I had to do. Take some, not, hard countering matchups, but honestly, this Adam Warlock is so easy anyway, I don't need it. I say that immediately after forgetting that he fails my parry and getting hit, but that doesn't matter. And then, yeah, that fight's already over. And then the Northstar one's the one next, and this one is very weird, and if I was better at fighting Northstar, honestly, this fight's probably just really easy. But Northstar is top 5 defenders that I just can't stand fighting in the entire game. And he's not even that hard a defender, but I would prefer fighting Serpent over Northstar, like genuinely. I cannot stand fighting him because his animations, for some reason, trip me up more than any other character in the entire game. You're going to see me get hit multiple times in this fight just because I'm just really bad at understanding his animations, apparently. Like there, my block just drops because I don't know. I thought I could go for a reparry, mainly for getting my evade ready, and I think I let go of my block too early or something. And then I don't know what happened there either. Like again, I'm just getting hit, and I don't know. It's just his animations are weird. They throw me off. And yeah, I just messed up a lot, but it's fine, because Maker with Reed does a stupid amount of damage, and he dies barely 30 seconds. So yeah, we move on, and now we're fighting this Dust here on node 40. This is on the Mixmaster node, and this one's relatively simple. I think I eat some hits to the face because I'm just bad in this fight. There I miss a parry at the start, or actually I might have been intentionally not trying to parry because I wanted to keep my evade ready for after my special one. That might have been what I was doing. Anyway, that's just a massive amount of damage in the heavy attack, and I'm gonna mess up with Mixmaster a good bit in this fight, but considering Maker doesn't have to do that much other than passive stun heavy attack, it's not that big a deal. So it's just I need to wait out my passive stun cooldown and then just use it, and then she's gonna eventually drop. So I think I'm gonna get one more heavy attack from the stun, and then we're gonna go for the special 2. Or do I just special 2 here? No, I'm gonna go ahead and get one more suppression, so we get one more charge when we finish the special 2. So yeah, that one's pretty simple, and then we're gonna go speed up the next 2 fights, because they're ones I've done a lot in my channel before, so I don't really want to talk over them that much. So I'm just putting them on at 2 times speed. This is Yelena against, not Yelena against, this is Vox against Yelena, because I'm Vox, I'm not Yelena. And yeah, this is a pretty simple fight. I wasted PS1 because for some reason I thought I was fighting Lumitrix, and then I eat a special 1 because I'm bad. But like, yeah, I used a PS1 in this fight, which is like totally wasteful, and I really need to like not waste those because I use them so much for other fights. But yeah, against Lumitrix, that's when you want to use the PS1 because you want to get your Vigilance up ASAP. Against Yelena, it doesn't matter. You don't need Vigilance or Undermine for anything, so usually you're just going to drop a special 1. And yeah, she dies pretty quickly. I don't think I need to heal Vox up, so the chip damage I took by eating a special 1 doesn't really matter. We have 2 defenders left, Onslaught on 47 and the Gene Boss. And yeah, this Onslaught with Maker is pretty simple. I'm going to use all my pre-fights, of course, and then speed this one up because I've done this multiple times. And I don't feel like talking over too much of it again. So yeah, there goes that. I have plenty of my planned obsolescence charges, so I don't need to worry about finishing the fight with a special 2. I do need to worry about eating hits, though, because I somehow got hit there and lost a lot of health. Because he had a lot of Furies. That's why, like, sometimes on this node I try to intentionally intercept, and I think at some point in the fight I might have tried to go for it, and it just wasn't working out. But yeah, he dies, but unfortunately I lost half my health. So we do need to use a lot of potions to get him healed back up, but now we're ready for the Gene Boss. Okay, so I timed out to this the first time. So what are we doing this time to not time out? Okay, there's a couple things. Firstly, I'm turning on recoils, because while Maker takes a lot of damage from them, I need the extra attack rating. So I have Liquid Courage, Double Edge, and of course recoil on. Recoil after I use my first special 1 is never going to matter, because I will only be using SP3s after my first special 1, except for a special 2 to kill her. Poison and bleed are just going to do damage to me, nothing I can do about it, but it's fine. So what else am I doing to change my strategy to make this fight a lot better on myself? I'm going to start using more heavy attacks to keep my endurance up, because the main reason that I timed out in this fight is because I had the taunt on me so much during the fight. So we're going to be working a bit more to keep the taunt off of me when I'm trying to do damage. And that includes, once I get to a special 3, I'm going to wait the taunt's duration out a little bit before I actually drop the special 3. Because if the taunt isn't on me when I drop the special 3, then I'll have plenty of uptime after the special 3 to be doing full damage before I get another taunt on me again. Because I'm trying to do most of my damage right after the special 3 when she is going to be triggering the mine every half second. It didn't line up incredibly well there, but I think I'd do it a little bit better. I know this attempt isn't perfect still. I'm going to do this again in War 7, and it's going to be even better than this attempt. This one still felt like it was going a little slow. But yeah, here I go for a special 3 and completely forget the fact that I'm trying to wait the taunt out before I do it. Maybe there was some other timer I was watching where I was like, I need to drop the special 3 now rather than later. I don't know, but now all my burst damage is just going to get, you know, reduced a lot by the taunt. So that's unfortunate, but we still can make it fall off right there, and then we do still a lot of damage. And again, we're going to be using a good bit of heavy attacks here, even when I don't need the heavy attacks to re-trigger the mine after the special 3, because it recharges itself after half a second. So yeah, bait a bunch of heavies from her, retaliate with my own, and then yeah, I'm at 3 bars now. Gonna go ahead and do one more heavy attack before dropping it, and there's like half a second left on that taunt, so once I do the special 3, the burst damage is not going to get capped after, and we're going to be doing quite a bit. So here I go ahead and get my evade going, and she's taking some decent damage there. It's getting capped by the force field a decent bit, and then there's still a lot of uptime on that taunt. But everything's going relatively well, and that's kind of what matters. Like, I'm on pace to not time out in this fight, which is really all I care about. It's Maker versus Jean. If I take hits, I just suck at the game, because this guy's immune to inverted controls, and yeah, there's like not much to Jean after that. And then we're reducing the amount of special attacks she can even throw because of the suppressions. So yeah, this one, we drop the special 3. There's still over a minute left, and then I think I'm at the point where I can just do the special 2. It's kind of the point of no return, where once I drop the special 2, I'm going to be losing my mine, so I'd have to work to get it back if it doesn't kill. But I got so much burst damage there that it just didn't even matter. And then here, I'm just... There we go. She actually ran into my special 2, which is kind of funny. And yeah, she goes down right there. So 3 minutes 48 seconds, and it can be faster, as you'll see next war. Okay, we did win this war 34 to actually 31. Wait, no, it is 34 to 11. I was looking at the attack bonus because sometimes deaths don't count. Alright, so yeah, GG's to Thunderbolts. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.